How about shut the fuck up? Huh? Good plan? Great plan. Zip it.
A world ready for the righteous and the pure to inherit.
Don't believe in surrenders. No, I still got my saber, Reverend. Didn't turn it into no plowshare, neither.
I'm taking over this territory.
Hello there everyone, this is quite a strange video and it's quite outside the norm, but here we go. You guys know who I am, E.T. Templar, Alien Crusader from Beyond the Heavens, here to entertain and destroy through the power of me magic. So in this video I'm just talking about 3 things you can do to be a great guest. So let's say you're staying at family's house, right? Or maybe you plan to stay at a family's house, right? Or residence. So these three things are pretty obvious and common sense, but these are just some things you should keep in mind, again, if you're staying at a family member's house, maybe even the in-laws, for example. So the first one is quite obvious, right? Politics and idealism. Stove that shit. Stove that shit. Because you're at the behest of the hosts, and even though they're hosts, doesn't mean you can spout off with your politics and bullshit. Now, I know opinions are like assholes, everyone has one, but that doesn't mean you should be using it. And only bring up politics or idealism is if they personally ask you for it, right? You should leave the hosts not knowing your politics, unless if they, again, personally ask you. And if someone asks you about a political topic, you can say, well, I personally believe that X, Y, and Z, and this is open for debate, or I believe that X, Y, and Z, this is not open for debate, this is what I believe, this is what I know. And just leave that there. Do not continue to try and change people's minds, because that will poison the relationship between you and the people hosting you. Just don't do that shit. Number 2 is, of course, obvious. If your parents ever taught you, if you're over at a friend's house, you know, this is just shit I remember when I was a kid, right? Please, thank you, be humble, and just be thankful, right? Thank you, please, and thank you. Stuff like that. Small little, that's just basic common sense. If you didn't know that, damn, you got problems. But to continue on within that same vein of thought, offer to clean the dishes, wash the table. Actually, don't. When you're done eating, scrape your plate in the garbage and take that shit to the sink and clean it. Just your own. And then if that, you want to continue that, offer to do the dishes there. Because even the smallest kind of acts or gestures like this will make your guests, your hosts, think good of you. Even if it's absolute bullshit, right? Oh, is there anything I can do? Can I do the dishes? Can I help you get ready for lunch, dinner, whatever? That is going to go a long way. And they're going to be like, oh, wow, this person's a decent human being. Right? And of course, the third one is, if you are a very passionate fellow about politics or your idealism, how about you just stove that shit? Because you're at someone's house, and even if you know the house for years that they felt certain way on certain issues, politics, and topics, stove that shit. There's no need to try and like poke the bear, okay? So that's just how you be a good guest, right? Politics and idealism, don't bring it up unless they personally ask you, or unless if it's a group think about a topic or problem. 2, humble, be thankful, offer to do things, take them out to dinner, even cook them a meal. That would be even a greater gesture, right? If you go to the store and then cook a meal for your hosts, that would be a pretty damn powerful message, right? Hell, even if it's just fucking spaghetti, right? Anyone could cook spaghetti. Butter, fucking Parmesan cheese, sauce, maybe some mushrooms. You know, it doesn't have to be, hell, it can be top ramen, right? because what you're cooking isn't really, it's the gesture, right? You're acknowledging to the host that, hey, you know, here's my offering to you, the household, who's having me stay in your house for weeks. And of course, 3, this one's very important because, especially if it's with family, this could fucking end relationships with family. Like, shit you not. If you're idealistic or very passionate about specific politics or agenda, especially when the hosts are antithetical to your beliefs, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. There's no point to try and, like, aggress your opinion and politics onto the hosts that are graciously accepted you into their home, mind you. And especially if you're making fun of their religion, their politics, their civil liberties and rights, just don't do that. Even if it pisses you off to no end, just don't. Rant about that shit when you get home, or when you and your significant other are out shopping somewhere, and then you can, like, vent that, right? In the privacy of just somewhere else. So that's just my advice if you want to be a good guest. If you follow these 3 steps, you have a wonderful time. And again, do not be always about politics and idealism. Again, unless if they personally, specifically ask you, just nod your head and be, oh, wow, oh, that's what you believe? Cool. That. Because, again, you're at someone's home. They've opened their home to you. And do not shit on their living room carpet. Pardon the imagery there, but that's essentially why this video is late. And yeah, don't be a dick to people who's hosting you, who've opened their home to accept you into living at their home for an extended amount of time. So, if this helped, drop a like. If this didn't, smash a dislike. Comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. That would be cool, but we're kind of backsliding a bit. But that's fine. And of course, as always, to grift here, I've got some links in the description below if you want to support this channel further. If not, your likes, dislikes, and comments and subscriptions are enough, and that's just extra steps below if you feel like you want to support this channel. Anyways, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for watching, especially if you watched this far. That's pretty fucking legendary. Thank you. See you next time. God bless. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and be a good guest, and follow these 3 steps.